I'm interested to know what you think about some of the responses from members of the ANC. If we look, for example, at what Guptas said yesterday, speaking on ENCA, he said, no one ever asks if the Guptas have a mandate to even approach people and offer them the position of Minister of Finance. It's always assumed, the linkage between President Zuma and the Guptas is kind of underwritten. It's sort of the subtext. And in fact, even in Jonas's statement, he doesn't mention President Zuma. The only other person he mentions besides the Minister of Finance and the former Minister of Finance is Jessie Duarte, to say he didn't speak to her. So what's that linkage? Do you think it's unfair of Zizi Kodwa to say they could just be acting on their own volition? They're not acting with the president's endorsement.
Well, Zizi Kodwa is a spin doctor of the ANC, so you cannot expect him to admit that publicly. But at the same time, he is indicating that the ANC is concerned. Therefore, from my point of view, I would say he is wrong, because there is no doubt that there is a symbiotic relationship in what Zuma is doing with his family, as well as his action of reshuffling the cabinet and the linkage of the Gupta family. So there's no way that Zuma can be exonerated on this particular one.
Do you think you will be exonerated on what you've said? I just want to refer to something.
You see what one has to understand. When you deal with a politician, it's not like you are dealing with a CCMA case or an employee of the government, where sometimes you are expected to prove beyond reasonable doubt. In this case, balance of probabilities is sufficient enough to say, Mr. Zuma, in the interest of the country, please leave the office now. We don't have to prove beyond reasonable doubt.